welcome back to another video. Today I am in my kitchen and I've been really wanting to can up something as well as needing to clear some things out of my freezer still. And I've had some frozen strawberries that I've thawed out a little bit in my freezer for a really long time, and then I've had some rhubarb from last season that I need to use up, and I decided I wanted to make some strawberry rhubarb jam. This is the first time I've ever made that, so I'm really excited to try it. I am following the recipe out of this canning book, and it's not like a low sugar, it's not a low sugar recipe or anything, so if you're wanting a low sugar recipe, I would look for that. I tend to usually try to go on the low sugar side, but we don't eat jam a lot, and so just a little bit of jam every once in a while I don't feel like is gonna hurt us. So oh, and then the thing that I don't have orange juice. The recipe calls for orange juice. I'm gonna swap out lemon juice for orange juice. So let's get started. I got my 4 cups of strawberries, but they are still like half frozen. So I'm gonna cut up some fresh ones just to make it the full 4 cups. And I will bring you down close and show you what I'm doing. I'm going to be using this sugar gel pectin, and I'm going to be opening it and mixing it in with the sugar. I'm going to make a strawberry jam that I don't add the pectin to because I tend to like to let the natural fruit pectins come out by themselves. So, but for this one, we're just going to follow this recipe because I don't want to spend all day on this. Okay, so I had to transfer it into a bigger Dutch oven because I'm afraid once I add the sugar and it comes to a rolling boil that I'm going to overflow. So make sure you're using a big enough pan. So I'm trying to get this to a rolling boil that can't be stirred out, which basically means when you're constantly stirring, it's still a rolling boil the whole time. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for, and then I'll add the sugar. Once I get this up to a boil, I'm going to add the sugar and do the same thing, bring it up to a boil that can't be stirred out. And then we're going to boil for 1 minute with the pectin in it once it comes to a rolling boil. So I will bring you back once this process is done and we're loading it up in the jars. Okay, while I'm waiting for that to come up to a boil, I am going to get my canner ready. So, and get that with water in it and get it warming up, so it's the same temperature as the jars. This seriously smells so good. And I'm so excited to use some things out of my freezer. Okay, so I got all my stuff here. I have more jars than what they called for because sometimes they make more or less, the recipes do. For the lids, I just like to rinse and wash mine before putting them on there, so I just have them in a bowl of warm water after washing them. I have my jars here that are sterilized, and we're gonna add the jam. Jam is a great thing if you're new to canning. for a first time canning project, and it's relatively fast, which is nice. So I highly recommend, if you want to learn how to can, start with something easy like this. So once it gets to a rolling boil, it's kind of a quick process. So basically what happened is I added my sugar in, I brought it back up to a boil. I constantly was stirring, and when you're constantly stirring, you should see rolling bubbles be coming up. And so that's what I did. And then once that happened and I couldn't stir them out, I started my timer for 1 minute, and then we cooked it for 1 minute, and now I'm gonna be adding it to the jars. So let me bring you down close and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I got my funnel, I got my debubbler tool, I got rings, lids, and then I got, this is like to pick up the jars, I forget what it's called, pick up the hot jars. So for jams and jelly, it's a 1/4 inch headspace, and this little debubbler tool has a spacer on the top, and so it's just the shortest one, the smallest one right there. Anything with sugar can be a sticky mess, so make sure you wipe those rims really well. Okay, and then for wiping the rims, I like to put some white vinegar on a paper towel, and that just helps really cut the stickiness. And then I also add vinegar to the water because I have hard water. So just gonna get that done. Oh, don't forget to debubble. You definitely want all those little air bubbles out of there, and then do your Okay, so here I needed to cover the jars with more water, so I just used some hot tap water to top it off. Okay, so I also want to mention that I am not pressure canning these. I'm just using my pressure canner as a water bath canner. This is not sealed or anything. This is just sitting on top of there to keep the heat in. So I'm gonna bring that up to a rolling boil, and it is going to process for 10 minutes at my altitude. Okay, so it's gonna process for 10 minutes at my altitude once it comes up to a rolling boil. So lots of rolling boils involved. If you're a new canner, I just highly suggest following the guidelines out of a trusted resource like this. It ended up giving me 9 jars, I think. So a little bit more. So I'm really excited for this. I couldn't really taste the rhubarb in there. It was very strawberry strong. The other strawberry jam I've made in the past has been a strawberry cranberry jam. Highly recommend that recipe as well. I have a video on that I will link. And yeah, so it's been a really long time since I've done a canning project, and it's been really fun to get back in the kitchen and do some strawberry jam, strawberry rhubarb jam. Use up that rhubarb from last season. I really wish the strawberries were from my garden, but they're not. I've just been getting enough strawberries basically just to snack on out in the garden. So that's been fun though. So I did buy some strawberries from a strawberry stand, so I gotta wash those up and get them in the fridge. And yeah, so I'll bring you back when I'm pulling the jars out of the canner. So if you guys are interested in other canning videos, I have a whole canning playlist that you can go watch. I've done lots of canning projects. I really enjoy canning. So I hope you guys get something out of this video, and I hope you guys give canning a try if you've never canned before. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.